This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, the league races are heating up and we have the highlights. We'll see Castro Valley battling Ensenada. Gunn takes on Cupertino in the big rivalry game with Bellarmine and St. Francis.
Exciting girls volleyball with Liberty and Heritage. We premiere our ice hockey coverage with Palo Alto and Valley Christian, and the story of the Andrew Hill multi-sport star and the devastation in her life. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in the East Bay Valley Division, where the Dublin Gales are 1-0 in league play with senior quarterback Anthony Armandaris throwing for 1,150 yards so far this season.
Yeah, he's really good. And the Foothill Falcons are 2-0 in league with just 2 league games to play. The Falcons led by senior quarterback Nick Walsh, who's thrown for more than 1,400 yards. Foothill and Dublin Friday night. It's homecoming for the Dublin Gales as Dublin hosts the Foothill Falcons late first quarter. Foothill facing a 4th and long. It's Nick Walsh throwing to Chris Lawson, who shakes off a defender, kicks it into second gear. It's a 22-yard score. Falcons up 7-0 after 1. Late second quarter, Dublin is driving. Anthony Armandaris needles the pass to Brandon Burns and converts the 3rd and long. A few plays later, Jonathan Thalbloom kicks the 21-yard field goal and cuts the lead to 7-3 at the half. Early third now, Tony Schillaci gets the handoff, cuts back, shakes off 2 defenders, stiff arms another, and he will go all the way. 53 yards for the score, and the Falcons are up 14-3. Huge play there. Still in the third, Armandaris finds C.J. Costello for the first down. Third quarter ends, Foothill up 14-3. Early fourth now, Armandaris fakes the handoff, finds Costello for the 5-yard touchdown. It's 14-10. Mid-fourth, Falcons now up 17-10 when Walsh gets the QB sneak and thought first down was not enough as he burns the defense and takes it 85 yards to the house as the Falcons take a 24-10 lead. The Gales with one last hope at Foothills. Jackson Chandler says, I'll end it right here. Jackson gets the pick. Foothill runs out the clock and spoils Dublin's homecoming 24-10.
Courtney Tate here in San Jose, the Andrew Hill Falcons hosting Gunderson. To the first, Falcons with a chance to score first. Anthony Martinez, still on his feet, cuts to the left, takes a shot at the end zone. Anthony connects with Edward Gutierrez for the touchdown, and the Falcons go up 6-0. Later, Andrew Hill with another chance to score. Anthony Martinez again, this time scrambling to get open, and finally finds Edward Gutierrez for their second touchdown of the game. Falcons up 15-0. Now late in the second, Falcons up 19-0. The ball's loose, but Anthony Martinez recovers. Anthony stays on his feet, carries it all the way across the goal line himself. Andrew Hill with now a 24-0 lead. Third quarter, Gunderson on 1st and goal. Grizzlies fumbled the snap, and it's recovered by Robinson Doan, and the score is 24-0 at the end of 3. Finally, in the fourth, Gunderson still fighting. Jackson Warres looking to the end zone. Jackson sends a rocket across the goal line to Gustavo Rojas for their first touchdown of the game. But Andrew Hill will hold on and take the win 24-8. Anthony Martinez led the way with 3 touchdowns.
Marin County League semifinals, 3-seed Branson at number 2 Redwood. Giants starting with some giant swings. Jaden Hendrickson for the hard hit to the hardwood. Redwood would keep control in the first. Kaylee Matthews to Emma McDermott for the slam. Giants take set 1, 25-16. Next set, Brooke Leslie wastes no time in getting it started. The rocket off the back row gets the first point for Redwood. Branson fighting hard. Sadie Snipes hustles to save it. Logan Tusher cross court to Elena Fisher, and she buries this one. Some good battles Wednesday. Brooke Leslie's attempt is deflected, but Lola Folk is there to tap it back down. Redwood goes up 2 sets with a 25-19 win. Could this be it? Emma McDermott serves, and Brooke Leslie gets the putback this time, but it was a hard-fought night. Gia Fisher dives to save it. Celia Tolmie to Logan Tusher for the attempt, but Sophia Shaw flies to the floor. Back over to Cayman Stein to Celia Tolmie, and this time Logan Tusher puts it away. The Bulls stay alive and take set 3, 25-19. Set 4, Kaylee Matthews sets to Emma McDermott, and no one is going to stop this one. But Branson, Lauren Dignan dives. Logan Tusher sets for Elena Fisher. Her attempt is bumped back over, but Fisher tries again and crushes it. Bulls for set 5. We go straight to set point. Elena Fisher bumps, Logan Tusher sets, and Sadie snipes. It stays in, and the Branson Bulls come from being down 2 sets and win it in 5 to advance to the MCAL championship.
The Fremont Firebirds looking to wrap up the Santa Clara Valley El Camino League title against Wilcox. Adrian Soriano here with the highlights. The Firebirds get on the board first. Liana Sheridan over to Kara Mason, who shoots and scores for the goal. But Wilcox answers back right away. Lucy Clark passes inside to Lydia Lee, who fights off her defender and finds the back of the net. It's all tied up at 1 after 1. Fremont jumps ahead in the second. Hannah Doran with a pass to Ruby Solomon, and Ruby fires a rocket past the keeper as the Firebirds take a 2-1 lead. Then a few minutes later, Mason shoots one off the crossbar, and the ball gets past the keeper for the goal. 3-1 Fremont at the half. The Firebirds begin to pull away in the second half. It's Mason over to Solomon, who gets her second goal of the game. 4-1 Fremont after 3. Fourth quarter now, and it's Lindsey Gray on the pass to Mason, and Kara finds the back of the net again. 5-1 Firebirds. Wilcox trying to mount a comeback late, but Britt Vanderberg gets the save as Fremont beats Wilcox 6-1 to win the Santa Clara Valley El Camino League title.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department by the great folks over at the Rikus Center.
The players chosen from their performances in last week's games. Here are the Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
Hey, hey, Rikus Center, Cal High. Break out the bright lights, might tell friends to look, ain't no fight night, but I might just have to send a hook over to Brendan Bush, cause oh my lands, I got the hands to land a big bag like sand. To own everybody's souls, no claws on a weak wolf, can ever seem bold to a couple egos that we know be ugly. Somebody must be struggling with the Hail Mary, pray for the kids, keep hustling.
Slayton with bravado like there ain't tomorrow. Senior running back Adrian Navarro, like the lake up in Tahoe, this man's game is cold. On the CCS standings, they got a stranglehold. First place in the league after taking down Mission with 31 carries like he's carrying on tradition. Traditionally showcasing the whole arsenal. 272 yards and 3 scores for the Lowell Cardinals. Oh yeah, hey. Rikus Center, 49ers Cal High. These are your Gary Rikus Players of the Week. Mace, Bennett Raw. Aha.
U.S. Bank and 49ers Prep bring us the Charlie Wiedemeyer Coach of the Week Award based on games played last week.
Here's this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk here to announce this week's 49ers Prep presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. This week's award goes to Castro Valley High School head coach Denny Molson. The Castro Valley Trojans had an impressive team win, defeating the Washington Huskies and improving to 3-0 in league play. The Trojans scored on the first play of the game and never looked back on the way to their 55-21 victory. Coach Molson will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation for his accomplishments. Congratulations to Denny Molson, this week's 49ers Prep, presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great advice for athletes every week.
Here's 49ers team physician Dr. Tim McAdams with this week's tip.
Synthetic turf has come a long way since the first iteration of AstroTurf in 1965. Gone is the cement-like green surface, and the new generation synthetic turf provides much improved cushion with longer artificial grass fibers. The cushion is provided by a mixture of sand and recycled rubber or cork. The thought is that as you plant and cut on artificial turf, there's very little give and the ligaments are under more stress as compared to natural grass. Shoe type is also important. The NFL is studying traction differences and safety scores for the various shoe types as shown here. As the artificial surfaces continue to improve, I think we are going to see decreased injuries.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game. It's a Mission League contest between Castro Valley and Ensenada.
And Burlingame and Hillsdale on the volleyball court when we come back.
The team approach that Stanford Healthcare took with my diagnosis was really the reason why I'm able to be where I am today.
Jeremy's condition was very unique in that he had a genetic hereditary variant called Nail-Patella syndrome. With Jeremy coming from pretty far away, we really wanted to keep tabs on his recuperation. Video visits really allows us to engage with the patient and then explore treatment options.
Moving forward, I've been able to engage in sports in a way that I've never been able to engage before.
The Rikers Center's community service program in Menlo Park provides a unique opportunity for you to gain valuable leadership and life skills while working in a diverse and exciting environment. Whether you're looking to complete school service hours, gain relevant experience for a job or college, or immerse yourself in all the Rikers Center has to offer, our community service program gives you the opportunity to engage your community, make meaningful human connections, and learn new skills in athletic fitness, creative arts, and nature awareness. Got goals? Come to the Rikers Center.
If we build this, all the players and fans will magically appear. I call it the Field of Fame. Of course, I'll have to tear down the garage, fill in the pool, and lose the trees. So can I get a loan?
So as your friend, I love it, but as your banker, not so much.
Let me talk to the friend.
You could always invest in a college fund.
No, my kids aren't going to college. They're going to work at the stadium.
Our kids are going to college. Football's back, and so are the fans.
My wife wants to build a college.
For nearly half a century, DevCon Construction has helped build, perform, design, and sustain the dreams of Bay Area schools. DevCon Construction's buildings and fields are the foundation for many of our finest schools. The exceptional quality of our finished product is a huge reason we are ranked as the largest builder in Silicon Valley, and why DevCon gets 95% of its business from repeat customers for future projects. DevCon Construction will continue to build our communities from schools to stadiums. Nearly half a century of quality service and a history of success.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member FDIC. By Stanford Healthcare. #1 in Northern California in orthopedics. By Cal Hope. Get free COVID-19 stress management tips from Cal Hope. Proud partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By SunPower, proud partner of the 49ers. And by Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the SunPower Electric game. This game featuring Castro Valley and Encinal, both teams undefeated up top the Mission League.
It's a battle for first place in our SunPower NCS Electric game. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
Electric game.
It's been 7 years since Castro Valley has defeated Encinal. Since 2014, the Jets have been flying high, winning the past 3 games between these two teams. Garrett Dethridge and the Jets will look to extend the winning streak to 4. The senior quarterback is coming off a big game last week, throwing for 4 touchdowns in a 34-28 victory over Piedmont. On the other end, the Trojans are searching for their 5th consecutive win of the season. Watch out for Jalen Melancon. Last week, #2 rushed for 147 yards with 2 touchdowns. Who will take possession of the Mission League? Find out in our NCS SunPower Electric game. Early in the first quarter, Trojans on the move. Lucas Chauvin buys a little bit of time, rolls to his right, lobs it up to Jacob Rothwell, and the junior comes down with the catch. That would lead to a Jalen Melancon touchdown from 2 yards out. Extra point is no good. 6-zip Trojans. Here come the Jets. Garrett Dethridge on a 3-step drop connects with Marquis Singleton. And the junior shakes off a tackle, goes whoop, and jukes his way in for an Encinal touchdown. 7-6 Jets. Second quarter now, Melancon gets the carry and squeezes his way in for his 2nd touchdown. 90 rushing yards on the night for the senior. Over 3 minutes left in the second. Trojans looking to extend their lead before halftime, but the Jets D comes up with a big play as Singleton hauls in the INT. He would then score a touchdown shortly after to give Encinal a 14-12 lead at the half. Second half, more Jets. Dethridge hands the ball off to Frederick Tyler, and the 5'5" senior makes his way in from 17 yards out, and that touchdown deserves a proper handshake. Back and forth we go. Lucas Chauvin fakes the handoff, rolls left, connects with Rothwell and the junior, hurdles over a defender and dives across the goal line for 6. Woo! Trojans now trailing 21-19. Fourth quarter, Jets in the red zone. Dethridge looking for an open receiver. No one's there, so he's going to take off and run with it. An 11-yard touchdown for the senior, and the Jets widen the deficit to 9. Trojans show no quit, that's for sure. Chauvin fires a pass to Nolan Barnes on the slant, and you can kiss him goodbye. With the 2-point conversion, Trojans trail 28-27. After a big defensive stop, the Trojans look to take the lead in the final seconds, but Nashawn Vick comes away with the interception to seal the deal. Encinal remains unbeaten in the Mission League, beating Castro Valley 28-27. Big night for Garrett Dethridge as the senior finished with 3 total touchdowns.
It means a lot, honestly. This is probably gonna be one of my last games at home since I'm a senior.
and I've been playing on this field since I was like 7 years old, so it really means a lot.
In Alameda with the NCS SunPower Electric game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
Beautiful night for football at Pioneer as the Mustangs battle for first place with Branham. Early first, the Mustangs driving as Greg Hauser fires a pretty pass to Jaden Price, who makes the catch down at the 3-yard line. The Mustangs score in a short run, 7-0. Second quarter, more Pioneer handed to Jeremiah Lolohea, and Lolohea has room down the far sideline all the way to the 15-yard line. And again, it's Lolohea, this time up the middle and waltzing in, 14-0 Pioneer. Head coach Eric Perry going deep into the playbook here as the ball is snapped and gets past the quarterback, Axel Garcia, and Axel grabs the loose ball, avoids the defender, then races into the end zone. They meant to do that, 24-0 Pioneer. The Pioneer defense with 3 sacks on the night, none bigger than this one by Junior Gabriel Giesar. And everyone was excited about that one, especially Gabe, but also including the Mustang cheerleaders, who did a great job as always. Branham mounts a late comeback. The Bruins have an outstanding quarterback in Willie Augenstein. A nice pass over the middle to Mateo Pozo. The Bruins score on a short Augenstein run, but the Mustangs answer as Garcia takes the snap and rolls for 9 yards and a touchdown, 31-7 Pioneer. Here's Augenstein rolling and finding Owen Newberg, who's ruled just short of the end zone. The officials once again with no sense of drama, but the Bruins score on a jump pass from Augenstein to Pozo, but not enough as the Mustangs go to 5-0 in league play, 1 game ahead of second place Lee. Big gains for Garcia and Lolohea.
Courtney Tate here in San Mateo. Burlingame meeting Hillsdale on the volleyball court. Set 1, Fighting Knights ahead. Jessica Dean on the return up to Rihanna Layu. Rihanna back to Jessica Dean to slam it down, and Hillsdale goes up 10-5. Later, Panthers fighting back. Ella Duong sets up Keegan Boise, and Keegan hammers it down to cut the lead to 6, scores 12-6 Hillsdale. Finally, Fighting Knights up big. Jessica Dean returns the serve, finds Rihanna Layu. Layu up to Victoria Vanos for the monster kill, and the Fighting Knights take set 1, 25-12. Set 2, Panthers fighting to keep it alive, sends it over. Jessica Dean with the return, bumps it up to Rihanna. Rihanna up to Vanos for a beautiful shot, and the Fighting Knights take a 4-1 lead. Later, Panthers posing a comeback. Hillsdale attacks, but Ella Duong is there to come up with a big block, and the score is 9-4 Hillsdale. Next score is 13-10 Fighting Knights. Jessica Dean running to keep it alive. Here's Morgan Toomey to take the angle, and Hillsdale goes on to take set 2, 25-15. Into the third, Hillsdale with an 8-point lead. Vanos keeps it up, but it's Jessica Dean with a beautiful shot, her 17th kill on the match, and the Fighting Knights up 17-8. Finally, Hillsdale pulling away. Gwen Wong to Rihanna Layu, over to Jessica Dean for the kill, and that'll do it. Hillsdale wins the match 3-0, led by Jessica Dean with 17 kills.
Each week, Albany's Construction brings us a dirty work play. This is a play with the same type of grit and determination shown by the good folks over at Albany's Construction.
This week's dirty work play goes to John Mahanan, who gets the interception and takes it to the house. John Mahanan with the pick 6, doing the dirty work just like Albany's Construction. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week, celebrating top cheer and dance teams all around the Bay Area.
This week, we feature the cheerleaders from Pittsburgh High School.
Coming up, we head to the peninsula for Menlo, Atherton, and Terra Nova.
But first, here's this week's Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for Bay Area football.
How powerful is an Invisalign smile? So powerful, you can face anything, even these faces. Invis is a powerful thing. Invis is the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors and more predictable. Invisalign.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month. This is definitely one of the best investment we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Kids these days. They're curious, creative, kind, and resilient. A generation of tolerant givers and doers, kids these days are redefining what it means to show their true colors and shine bright. At Clover the Rainbow, we're committed to powering their brilliance with nutritious, organic, American Humane certified dairy and teaching them the importance of eating all the colors of the rainbow. Clover the Rainbow, power your brilliance.
From the beginning, AmeriWest Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
AmeriWest worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, AmeriWest works for me.
AmeriWest works for me wherever adventure takes us.
AmeriWest Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Wow. No braces, everything's hands-free. I wasn't so lucky.
Invis is not your parents' braces. Invis is faster than braces and the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors. Invisalign.
This is 49ers Guys Sports with the Bears! You ready? Let's go!
Back at Levi Stadium, where the Menlo Atherton Bears are tied for first place with Burlingame.
Da Bears, da Bears, da Bears. And Panthers will meet next week, but this week Terra Nova was looking to put a bump in the Bears' road to a league title in the game played at Terra Nova Thursday night. The coin toss at midfield as MA hosts Terra Nova. The Tigers looking to surprise the Bears with the onside kick to open the game, but Dane Fafita is up to the task as he grabs the ball and takes it up to the 31-yard line. The Bears drive continues as Matt McLeod tosses to Fafita for a nice gain. The Bears score on a short touchdown run, 7-0 MA Bears. Second quarter, McLeod tosses over the middle to Jalen Moss, and look at this. Jalen breaks a tackle, and he is gone. 91 yards. Johnny Barbie, a nice job helping out, and the Bears are on their way. 91-yard pass and catch there. A short TD run here by Joseph Flood, and it's 28-0. Menlo Atherton is rolling. The Tigers driving now and looking to get on the board, but our old friend Jeremiah Irby is there, and Jeremiah gets the pick. More Bears as McLeod again to Moss over the middle, and gathering some blockers is Moss, including Flood, and that's going to be good for 90 yards, and the Bears were having some fun. Number 18 with a big game for the MA Bears. The Tigers get on the board late. Dominic Gordon, the outstanding quarterback for Terra Nova, a pretty pass to Corey O'Brien, 46 yards, but Menlo Atherton looking really good with a big win to remain undefeated in league at 3-0.
Senior night in Heritage as Sidney Williams and co were honored before the game. Adrian Soriano here with the highlights. The Patriots on the attack early. Devin Bradley to Rochelle Mosley to Enadelic, and that one is not coming back. Liberty trying to stay in it. Rebecca Christensen digs. Layla Carlos sets, and Vanessa McKinley finishes the kill. But set one goes to Heritage. Sidney Williams over to Mosley, and Rochelle dumps it over for the point. Patriots win at 25-19. The Patriots continue the momentum onto set two. Tatiana Carvalho to Brooks Laus to Sidney Williams, who hammers it down. You just saw a Sidney Williams kill. Now how about a Sidney Williams ace? The senior doing it all for the Patriots as Heritage wins it 25-14. The Patriots start set three on a high note. Carvalho to Mosley, and Rochelle bumps it to Williams, who just crushes this one. The Lions still fighting back. Christensen bumps to Taylor Wood, and Taylor sets it to Nora Simmons for the kill. But Heritage was on their A game in this one. Bradley to Mosley to Brenna Gleason, and Brenna puts it away as the Heritage Patriots finish Bay Valley League play undefeated at 10-0. Sidney Williams leading the charge with 13 kills.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who inspire us in all sorts of ways.
Aubrey, as we all know, so many people suffered so much during the pandemic, but very few went through the tragic series of events endured by Andrew Hill two-sport star Estrella Macias. Like so many other high school athletes, being back playing games on a regular schedule is bringing incredible joy. Estrella Macias is the middle blocker on the Andrew Hill volleyball team. Over a period of a few months last spring, Estrella went through an emotional roller coaster, starting with all 9 family members living in her house testing positive for COVID. Estrella's mom had it the worst.
It was just really hard for her. Like there was points when she would like call us and she couldn't breathe and like her oxygen cut off. Yeah, when her oxygen cut off and she couldn't breathe and like no one was there to help her. Like she told us that the doctors, they were busy with other patients and they would have to like suit up, and so it would take a while to get in there and they didn't know. So it was really scary.
Then in March, Estrella's good friend and teammate from childhood was killed in a car accident.
So I was busy, and the weekend she wanted to hang out. Like she went out with her friends late at night. She didn't tell her mom. They were drinking, and the driver crashed into a pole, and he left them there, and didn't call for help.
That same month, Estrella's half-sister, who at 13 was battling a drug addiction, died from an overdose.
She was drinking the night of and smoking, like weed, and she was taking PCP, I believe, and it all kind of mixed up, and it mixed up, and it didn't end well.
Later in the spring, Estrella's cousin committed suicide, another death with no funeral because of the pandemic. So much for this teenager to have to endure. Estrella says her teammates made it all bearable.
I just stay around my teammates. They're like my closest friends. And it's been really hard the last couple of weeks. I've been thinking about it a lot more because there's pictures of my sister, my cousin, my friends on my wall, and I just keep thinking about them.
After the interview, Estrella's friends who had been sitting off camera came over to console their friend and teammate. Meantime, Estrella uses volleyball and basketball to forget the troubles of the past year, even for just a few hours. Her grades have not suffered. Estrella has a 3.9 GPA. She hopes to major in aerospace engineering in college.
I've always been really academically inclined, so I just thought it'd be really bad if I dropped my grades because of that. Like I feel like they wouldn't want me to, and I don't want to lose myself over it.
Most of it I was pretty concerned because it all hit her like during the month span of I want to say 4 months, so it was pretty impactful. And then she'd text me once in a while and I'd be pretty concerned, but there's nothing much I could have done to help her besides be there for her.
Estrella is excelling on the volleyball court, leading her team to a great start to this season.
She last year was named Sophomore of the Year for the entire league, not just our team. She led our team in kills, blocks. I mean, it was amazing. And the best part about Estrella for me is that there's not a lot of girls where everyone likes them. And I have never heard anyone say a bad word about Estrella.
Estrella Macias continues to succeed in school and in sports, despite the toughest of times during the pandemic. Estrella says she will keep fighting on to honor the people she has lost. So amazing that Estrella has done so well in the classroom, and her grades are great. She's got great aspirations for the future, and the reason is she wants to make all of those people proud that suffered so much.
Oh, you love it when you have just a big support system behind you. It seems like Estrella has that.
Yes, she does, especially her teammates.
All right, thank you, Robert. Wingstop honors Bay Area teachers who do such a great job.
Here's Lindsey Montgomery from Bishop O'Dowd High School talking about her favorite teacher, Renee Early.
My favorite teacher this year is Miss Early. She's my AP English Literature teacher, and she really understands that this is a stressful time for us. She's 100% willing to help us with any sort of college essays or sort of college work that we need. And she knows that we're responsible and that we can take care of our own, but she does see if we do need that extra help, she'd be like, come in during office hours or during lunch. And I want all of my students to be able to succeed and have the ability to do so. And I love her for that, yeah.
Once again this season, Wingstop will be giving scholarships at the end of the season, honoring Wingstop owner Terry Blanchard. Terry passed away from COVID in April of 2020. Terry did great work in the community. These scholarships keep that effort alive.
Coming up, it's the Mattress Firm Perfect Match, the rivalry game with arch rivals Bellarmine and St. Francis.
And high school ice hockey action as Palo Alto meets Valley Christian next.
But first, here is this week's Cal Hope mental health tip.
Improve your mood during the pandemic by reaching out to your family and friends. Chatting on the phone or texting someone you care about can really help. Seek out people who can lift your spirits or make you laugh, because while we're physically separated, we can still be socially connected.
Okay, so turn left. Take this right. Now pull into that parking space. Now put the car in park. Great, thanks so much. It's my lunch break.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
Don't wait. Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale ends soon. Hurry in and save up to $500 on our top-rated brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase, up to a $4.99 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 instant gift good towards sleep accessories. With our highly trained sleep experts and our low price guarantee, you can rest assured we'll find the right mattress for you. Only at Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By Wingstop, sauced and tossed classic wings, crispy tenders, juicy boneless wings. Order them all at wingstop.com. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Reiki Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
We are back with a big game this week in the West Catholic League. The St. Francis Lancers are our #1 team in the Bay Area. The Lancers featuring a running game averaging 8 yards a carry.
The Lancers taking on arch rivals, the Bellarmine Bells. Bellarmine is 2 games out of first place and needing a win to keep their league title hopes alive. Mattress Firm is looking to find a perfect match for you and a mattress, so they help us find the perfect match in the game of the week. This week, it's Bellarmine at St. Francis, played Friday night.
You're looking at 150 years of officiating experience, and all with a smile and more smiles on senior night as the Bell seniors are introduced, including Rocco Trapani and his family in our Invisalign Bright Smile Award. To the game now, the Lancers' Josh Perry to Dylan Golden on the Lancers' opening drive. The drive ends here as Viliami Teyu goes 29 yards, racing into the end zone, 7-0 Lancers. The Bells come right back later in the first. Wade Smith looking for a man and finds Brody Stratz over the middle and into the end zone. We're tied at 7. After a safety, the Lancers take a 9-7 lead, and looking for more, it's Perry to Tim Natane, and the 6'5 senior hauls it in, then handed to Teyu, and just great blocking as Villi is through the line and untouched, 37 yards, the Lancers with a 16-7 lead. Later in the second, Perry with a pretty pass to Natane at the pylon. He's in, 22-7 Lancers. Third quarter now, and another picture-perfect pass from Perry to Natane as Tim makes a terrific catch for a big gain there. Natane had a big game. But so did Vili Teo. Again, great blocking, frees up Vili, and just pure speed from there, 48 yards, and the Lancers take a commanding 29-7 lead. But the Bells battle back, hand it to Beb Pfaff, and Ben rumbles 15 yards diving in, and it's 29-14. But the Lancer offense was unstoppable. Alexander Bobadilla, Isaiah Tuiono, and Oliver Berry creating the hole for Teu this time, and Vili does the rest. Another long run for Teu. The Lancers get their 500th win as a varsity program. Parry a strike into the end zone for Riley Long, as St. Francis remains undefeated, now 7-0. Teu with the third best rushing game in Lancer history.
The line just did their job today, but this game was very important to us. Everybody knows it's a rivalry, you know, the Holy War, everybody knows. So a lot of people came out. It was a great game, very intense, and we just played very well and came out with a W.
Tonight we begin our coverage of the Sharks Ice High School Hockey League. Each week we'll bring highlights of a game and name a player of the week.
That's right. Tonight's game has Palo Alto taking on Valley Christian at Sharks Ice in San Jose.
Jake Vanderbrook here as Valley Christian takes on Palo Alto. Not even a minute into the contest, Philippe Savoie puts the Warriors on the board first. Check out the speed and stick handles from the Vancouver Giants 2020 top prospect. Nicely done. Later in the period, Palo Alto trailing 2-0. Justin Zhang fires a wrister from the point. The shot won't go, but Dalton Esco is there to clean up the mess in the crease. Vikings within one. Second frame, more Vikings. Will Hagen swings a pass over the Kioki Firenze. Firenze's shot gets batted down, but Miles Wilson gets the rebound and finds the back of the cage for the equalizer. All squared away at 2. Third period, Valley Christian turning defense to offense. Battle for the loose puck on the other end. Cameron Britt wins the battle, stays with it, and goes 5-hole for the 3-2 lead. Back comes Palo Alto, over 7 minutes left. Zach Phillips says, anything you can do, I can do better. All tied up at 3 apiece. Over 2 minutes left in regulation. Valley Christian looking for the lead again. Cameron Britt passes it to Matt Cavers, and number 11 delivers. Huge goal for the Warriors. Last chance for the Vikings. Palo Alto sends out the extra attacker, but Cavers makes them pay with this empty net goal. Not a pretty finish, but Cavers is okay. Valley Christian shines in their season debut, beating Palo Alto 5-3. And our Sharks Ice Hockey Player of the Week goes to Matt Cavers, who found the back of the net twice in the win over Palo Alto. Congrats to Matt Cavers on being this week's Sharks Ice Player of the Week.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, celebrating young people who donate their time to do good work in their communities.
This week's volunteer is Randeep Nandal from Menlo School. Randeep spends his free time volunteering with a number of organizations in his community, including a local school for children with mental disabilities and a local free clinic. Randeep spends his time playing guitar with the students at the school and then volunteers in the office area at the clinic. Here's Randeep talking about why it's important to be involved in his community.
It's really important for me especially to do this because my parents are both immigrants. Like, they came to this country to get opportunities for both myself and my sister. So I find that it's really important to give back as well, because I also acknowledge that I'm super lucky in the position I'm in. I get to go to a really good school and play water polo on a really great team.
This season, Gallo Salami will help us find top recruits and find out where they stand on their recruiting process.
This week's Gallo Salami Big Salami is Rasheed Williams, the outstanding junior wideout from Pittsburgh High School. The Fresh Prince of Brentwood has offers from 11 top colleges, including 6 from the Pac-12. Rasheed says he will entertain his offers until this summer, when he expects to make his decision before his senior year.
Look forward to that. Coming up, California and Monte Vista in the East Bay League.
And later, it's Las Lomas and Miramonte right here on 49ers Cal Sports, presented by US Bank.
Welcome back to our NBC Sports studios with a big game in the East Bay Mountain Division. The Monte Vista Mustangs come into this game with a perfect 6-0 record, 1-0 in league.
The Mustangs playing the California Grizzlies, who have a loss to De La Salle to mar an otherwise perfect record. Two teams battling at the top of their league Friday night.
Senior night at Monte Vista as Dylan Devitt and co were honored before the game. Adrian Soriano here with the highlights. The Mustangs strike on their second play of the game. Devitt connects with Adam Wright on the screen pass. Adam breaks a tackle and turns on the Jets. 59 yards to pay dirt as Monte Vista takes a 6-0 lead. More Mustangs later in the quarter. Devitt this time with a shovel pass to Jack Andrews for a 4-yard touchdown. PAT good, and it's 13-0 Monta Vista. But Cal answers back, give it to Jake Alcana on the end around, and Jake breaks a tackle, reverses field, and runs down the far sideline all the way to the end zone. 13-6 Monta Vista after 1. Second quarter now, and Devitt fires one to the back of the end zone, and it is caught by Zach Diebner for a touchdown. 19-6 Mustangs. The Grizzlies come right back as Teddy Burris throws over the middle to Nabi Wahab, who waltzes in for 6. Cal adds on a field goal, and it's 19-16 Mustangs at the half. We skip to the fourth, and Devitt sneaks it in for the score. 27-16 Monta Vista, but Cal High fights back. It's Boris on the keeper this time, and Teddy dives into the end zone to cut the deficit to 5. The Grizzlies looking for a miracle on their last play, but Andrews comes away with a sack as Monta Vista holds on to win it 27-22 to go to 7-0 on the season.
Each week, the Harker School helps us honor top scholar athletes. This week's scholar athlete is Burlingame quarterback Ryan Call. Outstanding on the field and in the classroom, Ryan has an impressive 4.1 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Harker students celebrated the birthday of former Harker president, the late Howard Nichols, on October 11th. Every year, the Harker community celebrates Mr. Nichols' legacy by enjoying chocolate chip cookies, a reference to Howard's practice of keeping a jar of cookies on his desk to let passersby know he was always available for a chat. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Coming up, our CCS SunPower Electric game as undefeated Cupertino takes on Gunn.
And Powerhouse Volleyball with St. Francis and Mitty. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports presented by US Bank.
If we build this, all the players and fans will magically appear. I call it the Field of Fame. Of course, I'll have to tear down the garage, fill in the pool, and lose the trees. So can I get a loan?
So as your friend, I love it, but as your banker, not so much.
Let me talk to the friend.
You could always invest in a college fund.
No, my kids aren't going to college. They're going to work at the stadium.
Our kids are going to college. Football's back, and so are the fans.
My wife wants to build a college.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
My name is Gary Reikus, and I'm the Executive Director and founder of the Reikus Center for Human Enhancement. Anyone can come regardless of their ability to pay and perform, and anyone is as important as anyone could possibly be. The staff here are the thing. So it's not me, and it's not the facility. The staff is what implements those values and helps the people make progress. So as a service organization that's trying to help someone accomplish their goals, I couldn't be prouder of what we're doing.
Where can you find hope? Hope that will help you manage the stress and anxiety brought on by COVID-19. Hope lives here in California at Cal Hope. Wherever you are, whenever you need to talk to someone, call the Cal Hope Warm Line at 833-317-HOPE. That's 833-317-4673. And visit calhope.org. Hope lives here.
The Cupertino Pioneers are an amazing 6-0 to start the season with a well-balanced offense having great success.
The Pioneers taking on second place Gunn. The Titans one game behind both Cupertino and Los Altos, but looking to gain on the league leaders. It's our CCS SunPower Electric game, and our Courtney Tate was there.
Electric game.
I'm here in Cupertino for a highly anticipated El Camino League matchup. Cupertino hosting the visiting Gunn Titans. On the home side, the undefeated Pioneers have been successful both passing and rushing on offense, but tonight we should see quarterback Jaden Hall take the reins. Hall has 1,044 passing yards on the year and could be a huge threat for the defense. And on the visiting side, the Titans come in as the underdog as they trail Cupertino by just one game in league play. The Titans like to run, and senior running back Kevin Green is leading the way with over 600 rushing yards on the season. We'll see who comes out on top in this week's second SunPower Electric game. Into the first, score is 7-0 Cupertino. James Lambert hands it off to Felipe Montez the fourth. Felipe finds a hole and he takes off up the left side of the field. Montez's head has a 6 lead early. Later, Gun ahead 13-7, but here's J. Hall launching a rocket to Harry Singh, and Harry carries it across the goal line to tie the score at 13. Second quarter, Gun looking to put some more points on the board. James Lambert on the quarterback keep says see ya, and James is off to the end zone, one of 3 touchdowns for the senior, and the Titans take a 20-13 lead. Finally, Gun with one more chance to score before the half. The ball's launched, and Junior Sandoval comes up with the interception. Score is 20-13 Titans at the half. Third quarter, Gun on the attack. James Lambert takes it himself. Beautiful move here by the senior to get open, and James will carry it all the way home. Largest lead of the game to make the score 27-13 Gun. Late in the third, Cupertino hoping to strike back. Jaden Hall launches a big shot downfield, connecting with Harry Singh for another touchdown, and it's back to a 1-score game. Score is 27-20 Titans. Finally, Gun looking to put it away, back up 34-20. Felipe Montez breaks away, gets in the end zone. This is Montez's second touchdown of the game, and that'll do it. Gun will pull off the upset, and the Titans now tied for second in league play, and we were led by Lambert's 3 touchdowns, and here's what he had to say after the game.
I mean, this is what you play for, really. I mean, there's not much more I can say than that. I mean, our coach put in a good game plan. Everyone was fired up, you know, and really we were just hyped to play this game, you know, because of the high expectations.
Here in Cupertino with this week's CCS SunPower Electric game, I'm Courtney Tate, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
Back to volleyball. Thursday night was senior night for Mitty as the Monarchs battled St. Francis. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. First set, Monarchs on the move. Reese Reed sets up Reagan Dryden on the outside for the point. Nicely done. Later in the set, more Mitty. This time, Reed feeds a pass over the Audrey Liddell in the future. California Golden Bear winds and fires for the kill. Mitty wins set 1, 25-23, and Mitty's band is jamming. Second set, St. Francis looking to dial up the intensity. How about some defense as Sammy Franco comes away with the block. Then later in the set, Whitney Wallace delivers an excellent pass to Madison Peach, and the USC commit hammers it down for the point. One of her 27 kills in the match. Lancers win set 2, 27-25. Jump to the third set, Mitty looking to get into a rhythm. Lancers get a block, but Sandria Thomas tips it over and says, here, you can have the ball. Moments later, Monarchs looking for set point. Thomas and Kendra McDonald work together at the net as Thomas gets awarded for the block. Mitty now leading 2-1. Monarchs looking to pull away. Reese Reed bumps a beautiful ball to Kendra McDonald for the cross-court kill. 19 kills on the night for the senior, but St. Francis pours it on. Havana Hoft bumps a pass to the outside, and Aaron Curtis delivers the boom. Lancers force a fifth set, and St. Francis kept their foot on the gas, especially on defense. How about the setter, Havana Hoft, coming away with a big block for the Lancers? What a battle between these two teams. St. Francis goes on to defeat Mitty in 5 sets, winning 3-2.
Coming up, Las Lomas and Miramonte.
But first, here's this week's Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for volleyball.
Las Lomas and Benicia lead the Diablo Foothill League with 2-0 league records.
Miramonte is 1 game behind and 5-1 overall. The two teams meeting in a big league matchup on Friday night.
Miramonte hyped on blackout night for their matchup with Las Lomas. The visitors strike first, though. Knights' Michael Wood hands it to Frank Payne, who breaks through the defense and cuts to the sideline, hustles his way into score. Las Lomas would score again, and then with a minute left in the first quarter, Michael Wood tosses over the crowd and hits Jabre Bevino. Bevino jukes past defender after defender. He's finally brought down, but the Knights would push the ball to the 1-yard line, and Jermaine Land takes it from there, takes the handoff, and trots right in to give the Knights a 21-point lead. To the second quarter, Michael Wood showing off the arm, heaves it through the air to Diamond loosely for the 40-yard gain. Then it's Frank Payne bringing the pain again through a crowd of mats to put Las Lomas up by 28. But it was Miramonte's turn. Luke Duncan unloads 26 yards down to Tyler Dudo in the end zone, and the Mats are on the board. They weren't done yet. Luke Duncan looks and fires down to Cooper Bolig for another long touchdown to make it 28-14 Knights. Then a minute left in the half and the Matadors in the red zone. Luke Duncan to Tyler Dudo again. Los Lomas would get a field goal, but the Mats' 3 TDs in the second made it 31-21 at half. Los Lomas would keep control throughout the second half. Frank Payne in again for his 5th touchdown of the night. The senior racked up 277 yards as the Knights go on to win 48-29.
Two of the very best in CCS field hockey as these Los Gatos girls host Mitty. First period short corner goes up to Natasha Evenden, who beats one defender. The ball goes over to Sam Elliott. A nice pass in front to Ji Woo Hong, who slides it over to Rosalie Brockman, who pushes it home. 1-0 Los Gatos Wildcats. Same score early moments of the fourth. Brockman out to Evenden to Hong, who places it just inside the far post. 2-0 Cats. Mitty gets one back here. Morgan Caldera with a blistering shot. A nice save by the Cats keeper Katja Vrigin, but the rebound goes to Marin Noonfinger, who sends it in front where Kiara Dixon is waiting, and Kiara scores. It's 2-1. But the Cats get an insurance goal here late in the fourth. Brockman to Evenden, who slams it on net. The ball is deflected up high, and it's in as Los Gatos avenges an early season loss to the Monarchs. Los Gatos now all alone in first place.
Each week this season, West Credit Union brings us athletes giving credit to people who have made their success happen.
Here is Noah Gardier from Santa Teresa.
The person that really pushed me is my dad and my brothers, because watching my brother play here, he played at Santa Teresa. His name is Elijah. He was a linebacker, and seeing him just like tear everything up, and my dad just always drove us our whole life and just like gave us a bunch of motivation to just keep pushing and never quit.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week we show you the Be Happy play.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the Branson Bulls. Here's match point in a marathon match against Redwood, and Branson wins it to take the MCAL semifinal game, and the girls are pretty happy about it. Go to DGDG.com to see how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion play of the week. I think it's going to be this play, but you're going to have to stick around to find out.
But first, here is this week's training tip from our good friends at the Rikus Center.
I'm Davon, a coach here at the Rikus Center, and today's training tip will be a resist rotation. So to start, to keep it simple, Merritt here will just hold the bungee out. This is a great exercise to work on strengthening your core, and if we want to throw different variations for the student, we can go split stance, so one foot in front of the other. She'll come back, we can go above the head. Nice, come back down. And then we can go a resist rotation, which will turn to the outside of her body and come back to the middle.
Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week award, all the winners vying for the Play of the Year and the coveted championship belt.
We'll show you some contenders and then name this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week. We start our top plays on the ice. Cameron Britt comes away with the loose puck and goes 5-hole for the goal. Here's Guns James Lambert, who takes the handoff, is gonna go with the juke. And then he is off to the races for the touchdown. And you think that was good? Check out this. Marquis Singleton goes whoop, whoop, whoop into his way in for a Jets touchdown. But the play of the week goes to Jacob Rothwell, who hurdles the defender and dives across the goal line for 6. Another look here. Woo, baby Jacob Rothwell, he just won Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Stay right there for highlights from the big Cosumnes Oaks St. Francis volleyball match. That's coming up next on 49ers Sac High Sports right after this.